Just after midnight on Christmas Eve, 1945, a sudden fire swept through a farmhouse in West Virginia, trapping 5 of the 10 Sodder children upstairs. In the immediate aftermath, local authorities ruled the case a tragedy. They concluded the children had perished in the blaze, their remains completely cremated by the 45-minute inferno. But when the foundation finally cooled, a search of the debris yielded absolutely no bones, teeth, or human remains. If the fire never reached the temperatures required to destroy a human body, then we are left with a single haunting possibility. The children were already gone before the first flame was lit. George Sodder was an Italian immigrant who built a life in Fayetteville from the ground up, eventually owning a successful fleet of commercial coal hauling trucks. But George made enemies. He was fiercely outspoken against the Italian dictator Benito Mussolini, which triggered intense hostility from certain factions within the local immigrant community. Still, that tension felt far away on Christmas Eve. The older siblings stayed up late gifting new toys to the younger ones, and the family settled in for a quiet holiday night. This picture of American domestic safety makes the calculated mechanical interference of the next few hours so chilling. The anomalies began just after midnight. Jenny answered a strange phone call, ending in eerie laughter, followed by a heavy thud and a rolling sound on the roof. When George woke to smoke a little later, he escaped with 4 of his children and immediately ran outside to grab his extension ladder to rescue the others. But the ladder was gone. He pivoted to a backup plan, attempting to use his commercial coal trucks to climb to the second-story window. Neither truck would start, despite working perfectly just hours earlier. In a final attempt, he ran to his rain barrels to douse the fire, but found the water inside completely frozen solid. Official help was also non-existent. The local volunteer fire department relied on a manual phone tree system to alert its members. By the time they arrived at the house, 7 hours had passed. While one missing ladder could be written off as bad luck, this entire sequence of mechanical failures suggests a coordinated effort to ensure the house burned. This chart compares standard house fires to human cremation requirements. A typical 1940s house fire burns for 45 minutes, but destroying human bone requires 2,000 degrees for over 2 hours. It's scientifically impossible for 5 children to turn to ash in the Sodder's brief fire. Daylight brought even more evidence of interference. A repairman discovered that the family's telephone lines hadn't burned. They had been manually sliced with tools at the top of the pole. The missing ladder was found in a ditch 75 feet away. In the yard, Sylvia found a hard rubber object that George identified as a pineapple bomb, an incendiary device that matched the thump Jenny heard on the roof. Eyewitnesses began coming forward with even stranger details. A passing bus driver reported seeing people throwing balls of fire at the house, and a hotel worker in Charleston spotted the children with a group of hostile adults. The presence of cut lines, a moved ladder, and a rubber incendiary device indicates a level of planning that an electrical fault cannot account for. Refusing to accept the official ruling, the Sodders hired a private investigator who tracked down a life insurance salesman who threatened the family just weeks before the fire. This salesman was a co-signer on the family's insurance policy and had secretly increased their coverage, and actually sat on the coroner's jury that ruled the fire an accident. The deception reached the highest levels of the investigation. Fire Chief Morris later admitted to burying a wooden box in the debris, containing what he claimed was a human heart. Lab tests proved he had actually planted a raw beef liver to fool the family. The clues remained cryptic for decades. In 1967, an anonymous letter arrived from Kentucky containing a photo of a young man resembling Louis Sodder. The back read, "Louis Sodder, I love brother Frankie, Lil Boys, A90132 or 35. Between officials planting false evidence and anonymous individuals mailing cryptic photos, the parents were forced to realize they were fighting an organized cover-up. The Sodders maintained a decades-long search, famously erecting a massive billboard on Route 16 that displayed the faces of their 5 missing children to every passing driver. They exhausted their life savings and followed leads across the country, but George and Jenny both passed away without ever finding the truth. The house fell into its foundation in less than an hour.
80 years later, the disappearance of the 5 siblings remains a total, unexplained void.